progress.
Hey, everybody, we are in progress once more, and we're so excited about it. Oh, I love being in progress. Oh, God, I feel like I'm sweating. I feel like I'm in progress. I'm doing something, but I'm not. I'm just sitting here sweating because it's middle of April and it's 80 frickin' degrees outside.
Is it really?
Right. Hell has frozen over, folks, right here in this great state of Pennsylvania. How about you, man? I hear you might be chilly, maybe a little moist.
Oh, I'm always cold and moist. It's kind of how that's how I run. It's cold and moist. When I get cold, I sweat. It's weird, and then like it's weird. So I get them all cold and moist. It's pretty cool. No, it's normal Portland out here. Gray and miserable.
Nobody knows. Anyway, if you don't know where you have reached This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
So well put. Absolutely well put. Well put. All right.
Ah.
So we took a couple extra days off for no other good reason than just didn't feel like doing anything. No, just kidding.
Well, I mean,
didn't feel like doing this. Just kidding.
feel like doing stuff, just not this. So,
anything. No.
yeah. Like, not like we didn't want to do anything.
That's the name of the show. That's the name of the episode. We just didn't want to do this.
We just didn't want to do this.
Oh, it's great. And and YouTube, they're not hard to work for. They're mellow people. Hell, we never even hear from them. They don't even try and motivate us, so we're good.
Not even
no stress. Easy job. Just no income, but it's super easy. So easy that we took three days off, and now we're recording on a Saturday, breaking our own rules.
I know.
But I did skip work to go to a baseball game, and honestly, the Phillies didn't win, but it was great. So it was worth skipping the day.
I feel like if you can skip, it's always worth it, no matter what.
Whatever skip work.
Yeah, not even just work, just anything,
Anything. Well, you just carry around you take the skip cards out of Uno, and whenever someone says something and you don't feel like doing it anymore, you're like,
yeah.
Skip.
Oh, I wish life was like that so bad. Oh, God. Just be like, no. We get 3 of these a year, and I'm using this one right now. Like,
skip. That sucks.
Well, why can't life be like that? Fuck. Like, you get 3 cards a year, and you're able to do that. They don't roll over or whatever, they just get 3, and you could just go, I'm not doing this. See? Yep. Not doing it.
But it's our wedding.
I don't want to.
Next year.
Next year.
Been engaged 13 years. Well, I never run out of skips. I plan them appropriately.
Exactly.
Well, what'd you get up to then? Work.
Yeah, I've just been working. This is my weekend, so
Are you home alone? I mean, isn't your lady off?
Oh yeah, there's people down there. There's a bunch of hobbits doing hobbit things, A bunch of tiny little women just running around. I don't know.
They can make crafts with their small hands.
There's 2 of them down there right now, but I swear to God, there's 3 of them. I think the other sister lives in the wall. She's trying to kill me.
There's another sister?
Yeah, she lives in the wall. She just lives in the wall, follows me around. They're trying to kill me, all 3 of them. I swear to God.
It would just be rad if someone came up behind your neck with a cord right now,
yeah.
And there's nothing I can do. I just start laughing.
Don't fucking say that, Tony.
You start doing the job of the Hutt. You're like,
Yeah. Man, you're freaking me out.
You're gonna be sitting on a stool, spinning around.
They're the same size as these toys. They blend in. I don't know where they
just each pop up on either side of you, and they look at me and they're like,
"Dude, they're freaking me out. Stop it! They might be in here."
Always put your back against the wall, Alex. Safety.
I'm scared right now. They're just gonna.
I know, that's what I do to people. I'm trying to make them laugh, and they just start crying.
Well, no, because this is this is my fear every day in here. I'm scared. These tiny little munchkins are gonna kill me.
Picture your grandmother with a knife crawling up your leg with a knife in her teeth. That's an excerpt from the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. For those of you who
Oh, fuck.
didn't catch that one.
Oh man. Yeah, I just been working. Nothing fucking fancy or important really. I'm on Tuesday. I'm gonna go see Gojira Mastodon and this band called Lorna Shore. They're like a newish metal band on the scene. They're let's just say you would really love them.
Okay.
You wouldn't, I don't think.
Oh.
They're just like
You wouldn't.
death metal. There's death metal, like
Okay. I like it a little slower, a little bit.
But so that's something I'm looking forward to, and it's on that Tuesday is my birthday, so Callie and I and her sister and her sister's boyfriend are gonna go to this like Brazilian steakhouse.
Ooh,
In
what's it
downtown.
called?
Yeah. Fogo de Chao, something. I don't de Cho or something. I
We
don't
have
fucking-
one in Philly.
Okay.
That's why I asked. It's a chain.
Oh.
I have not been there because I've told everyone in my family it doesn't make any sense to have my skinny ass pay over $50 for a fuck ton of meat when I'll get full just sniffing the shit. But I think I'm stoked to hear your experience.
Well, honey, just don't eat all day. You'll be real hungry. It'll be good.
The furnace just gets smaller if you don't feed it. That's it. I'm telling you. How do you think I can lose 10 pounds right now? Ready?
Really? I could gain 10 pounds right now. See?
I just blew them your way.
But yeah, we're gonna do that, I think. You know, they got the steak, you know, they serve you meat on a sword. What a bad
I
idea.
just pictured you like covered in like you know like animal fur with a giant beard, you know, with a big old like a Viking, just the meat juice dripping down your chin. They're just shaving it off into your throat.
That's how I feel when I've been there once before, and that's how I felt in my head. And then I like woke up and I realized, oh, I'm just a fucking wuss. I'm not like that at all. But I was just gonna say, like, what a bad idea to give a bunch of disgruntled restaurant workers swords. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not a great idea.
Like, I've worked in that industry for like forever, and I haven't met anyone that works in restaurants that's not disgruntled. So here you go. Hey, you're late. I'm writing you up. Go get your sword. You know, like they're already pissed. You go give them a fucking medieval weapon. Fuck them.
And tonight, for special, we're serving my boss.
Exactly. I am excited though. I am excited.
But wait a minute, you're gonna go out and eat a fuck ton of steak and then get your tummy bounced around in a mosh pit?
Yeah.
That's that's smart. Just
Throw up on a teenager. Somebody else.
Slipping on fucking sirloin.
Whoa.
There's $1,000 worth of meat in the pit. Oh!
Exactly.
That's fucking metal.
No, I'm not going in the mosh pit. I wouldn't anyway. I don't do that anymore.
I don't either. Last time we did it, we went into last time I did it was for Slayer and we went backwards.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've told this story, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's the last time I remember purposefully going into a mosh pit. Otherwise, now I purposely try to stay out of it. It's almost like floodwaters on the Titanic. I keep moving back, put my feet up and shit. I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, it's like in fucking Jaws.
Yeah, exactly. I got my fucking Ked stuck on the person's nose. I'm like, get off of me. Ow. They're trying to bite me. Not supposed to bite in a mosh pit.
Some people do. Some people do.
They should do that in a mosh pit. They should put a real shark in a mosh pit. movie is that? Where some football movie, some dude just shows up with a baby shark and throws it in the middle of the dance floor. Like, no,
I
it
can't.
not really happened.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time catching up with you. You're going like 1,000 miles an hour. Oh, there's a shark in a mosh pit. What movie is that?
yeah.
Hold
I'll
on.
slow it down.
What are we doing here?
I was saying it'd be funny to have a shark in a mosh pit, and from there, my brain thought, "Hey, wait a minute, we've seen that in a movie once or twice." And so now I just think it would be funny. It's not funny, but it's a funny image to see a shark on a dance floor. That's all. I just think that's funny.
Yeah, just a shark cutting a rug, fucking flopping around, dancing.
Just to know, just to see everyone else freak out. Or a crocodile. Maybe it was a crocodile I saw. That's what it
Oh.
was. But still, anything that doesn't belong on a dance floor that's amphibious would be humorous. Snakes. I don't know. Just mix it up. But that'd be a hell of a mosh pit, wouldn't it? Be like, all right, so it's a 7-foot crocodile in there. Have fun with that shit. It's gonna get real. We're filming a music video tonight too. We're doubling down.
That'd be fucking metal. It's fucking
That's
hard.
exactly. I mean, that's what I understand metal to be. Sharp teeth and accidents.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good birthday though, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fun. What's your week? What did you get up to? You played hooky and went to a baseball game?
Yeah. The night before I went to a hockey game with my parents. That was the last one of the season. And they won in overtime. So it was a fun game. They went back and forth quite a bit.
Nice.
I like a game like that. Yeah. They got to show a little spirit, so they sell tickets for next year because they are not going to the playoffs. I hear that the Kraken is doing really well. The Seattle Kraken. I hear they're kicking ass up there in old Seattle. So that's cool. That just means the damn tickets go up. Kind of sucks.
Right. What was there any fights?
Yeah, there was a couple of there was a couple of starts, but the refs always try to get involved. It's always it was fun. Yeah, there was a couple. It's always fun when you stand up and you start yelling, you're like, kick his ass. Then you look around and realize you're the only one standing up. You're probably just working out some personal shit, It's like, fuck him up. Please hit something. I can't.
I was at maybe I already talked about this, I don't know, but I was at work a couple weeks ago, and a lot of the employees like hockey, so there's always hockey on. And I was kind of just looking out the kitchen window, at the TV, and then all of a sudden, a goalie skates over, takes his helmet off and his gloves. A goalie comes over, punches a guy. The ref tries to stop him. He pushes the ref down, and then the goalie from the other team skates over, and then they get in a fight. I was like, goalie fight. That's awesome.
This happened in NHL?
Yeah, not too long ago. A month ago, a couple weeks ago. I don't know.
It's funny you say that. I was just watching the clip of the Hansons from Slapshot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my! Just the hockey shit where they're just tearing everybody up. They go down the line and hit everyone in the head with their stick, like. Bop, 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 bop.
I love that movie. It's fucking awesome.
I'm listening to the fucking song. There's blood coming out of his ears. If you haven't seen Slapshot, it's like a late 70s, early 80s Paul Newman's hockey movie about being in the beer leagues, I guess is how they call it. You got to check it out. It's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's good though. It's real good. Hockey's a sport that I wish, makes me wish sometimes, when I see it, I was like, I bet you I would have liked to play that growing up. Because I wrestled and I played lacrosse for 2 to 3 years or something like that. And I feel like it would be hockey would have been fun. Because it's a sport that involves, it's a team sport that involves a ball thing, a puck, that people are fighting over and all that shit. And I know a lot about it. And but it's also it's a contact sport but there's fighting involved. So it's almost a fighting sport kind of in a way. It's not a martial art, but
no, it's just brutal.
Right in there, they boxed, and they have their own style of boxing that some of them practice by themselves. They're grab the jersey and
I love that one. Yeah.
they like I've seen videos of like hockey players training in for boxing for hockey,
Well, if you think of it, it's one of the few sports where none of the player is connected directly to the ground.
Ah,
They're on thin ass skates, and then they use the stick. Like that's it. They're thin. Like that's all they got. Even fucking football players have their shoes connected to the ground. So
far
these
out.
dudes are doing everything on a super slippery surface, very fast, and they just go straight into walls at 50 miles an hour and just bam!
Yeah.
Whoa! Shit! It's gnarly.
Jesus, like it's like they don't even bother like going to the hospital for concussions anymore. It's like, how many concussions have you had? Fucking no idea.
What's a
Like,
concussion? I mean, it's funny when you see like these hockey players and they're always, they're young because they're still playing for the NHL, new people, and then you look over on the sidelines and they're all missing front teeth. Like every time, it's like, ah, there it is, it's gone. The
dude, they're
most
just
handsome millionaire I've ever seen. Oh, it's like, ah, damn.
gnarly looking dudes, no teeth, handlebar mustache,
Yep.
mullet. They call it lettuce in hockey.
What
Like
this lettuce?
yeah, when you got like a bunch of hair, it's like, oh, it's a nice head of lettuce. Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank you.
Oh, it's funny. I'd like to be a hockey groupie. I just don't want to fuck any of them, but it'd be cool to like be the ultimate fan. You know,
Right.
like way to go, way to go, way to go. No, I think your friend told us a story about some girl who did that, who just hung out next, like got a single seat right next to the dugout. Or what do they call it? Not the dugout, but whatever, where they sit.
Box? I don't know.
Yeah, the box. And she just met players and had fun. It's really fucking smart. I love people like a mentality like that. I love a mentality like that. Someone who just decides all on their own, be like, I'm gonna fuck that team. Like, didn't talk to a friend, didn't get 2 seats for the season, got 1 seat right next to the box, right next to the handsome fellas,
I'm
and
gonna
one by one, she got it done, and I just can appreciate anyone who makes a goal like that and fills it, takes it all the way. That's great. That's just
I'm gonna
yeah.
fuck that team. I'm right. That's funny. I'm going to fuck that team.
I've learned
The
something too. We can't use curse words in our titles or they won't let anyone under 18 watch our videos. And clearly those people are our bread and butter. So I can't curse in the titles anymore. I found out. But
yeah,
yeah, I just think it's cool when people decide fuck society, whether they're going to judge me or not. I'm going to do this with my time.
I
Not like ruining people's lives being a murderer or anything, but I mean, hey, if you're gonna go out and be a
that's
floozy
what I
for
was
a
thinking.
hockey season, have fun, do your thing. I'd find you a little more interesting, but you got guts. That's what we need in this world's guts. You got them.
I maybe it's one of his jokes, or just a story, but I heard Tom Segura,
Yeah,
comedian, tell a story, or maybe it was a joke, but the story was that he had a friend who she wanted to like, I think Tom knows some of the members of Wu-Tang, and she wanted to fuck the whole group of Wu-Tang, like at the
yeah.
same time, like she wanted to. And she's like, "You think I could?" And I'm like, he's like, "Well, I mean, you could. I mean, have a light lunch,
I believe in you.
And I guess what happened is she did. And I think that's what she said. Was he was like, "How was it?" And she was like, "Should have had a light lunch or something like that."
Right.
Like,
I
yeah.
just I just hear that, and all I can hear in the background is like I'd imagine you're in the middle of that experience, and in the background you just hear Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Ah 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 ah, over and over again. It's
You got to protect your neck.
Protect your dick. Protect your dick. Oh,
Um,
that would be great. I saw Wu-Tang like as a whole a few years ago, and now I just have that image in my head. I'm like, So they weren't playing pool back there. Oh, I got it. They really do get down. That's cool. They would say yes to a new experience. That's good.
Um, well, yeah. You got a unfortunate topic now, don't you?
It's kind of unfortunate. It's actually a popular topic, and I thought, you know what? Alex and I are just the team to go after this.
Right. Well, and let's not label this one unfortunate because there's some
Right.
funny, unfortunate things about it. But yeah,
Yeah,
go
we got so what we wanted to talk about was you may have heard in the news that and I'm new to this, so I just want to make sure I get the name right. It's her name is Dylan Mulvaney. And this is the story about Budweiser hiring her, putting her image on their merchandise, and them losing $5 billion in about 2 weeks. Billion, $1 billion. So for those of you, I don't know a ton about Dylan Mulvaney, but I do know that she's huge into theater and really well known in that regard. Very popular on TikTok for her transgender journey, and like super popular in that realm, very well known, but younger, so like in her 20s. And Budweiser, and the head of the marketing team, apparently the way the story reads, according to the New York Post, is that head of the marketing director just kind of went out on a limb and decided to do this, and it doesn't sound like he actually reached out to anyone else in the company to let them know that, hey, we're gonna go this route and see if we can bring in some new people to the Budweiser family. And it didn't. It actually had a few people leave the Budweiser family, like 5 billion of them, or however fucking much money that is. So yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
It is crazy. First of all, I'll just say I think it when someone from a community of people that like a lot of people don't like or whatever, that's considered on the outcast, and those people should have more rights and FaceTime and all that than they get. I think to me, it's like it doesn't bother me at all. Like less than bother me that like a person that she would have her face on the can. In fact, it's like good for you. Then at the same time, it's that company doesn't know their clientele very well, obviously,
They
because
learned something about their
like,
clientele.
and I'm not saying they shouldn't have. I'm just saying because when it comes down to it, like kind of what Tony has said, like I don't give a shit about big corporations. They could fucking all burn down. I don't give a motherfuck. So I think it's like two birds, one stone. Like this person, what's their name?
Her name's Dylan Mulvaney.
Mulvaney. Got their face out there, got a lot of money. Problem, I'm assuming, like good for them. And then at the same time, Bud Light, Budweiser, fuck it, down the drain. So,
Well, it's kind of, there's many different ways to look at this. I mean, it's not, personally, I don't think it's so much of an unfortunate topic. I mean, maybe it's unfortunate to Budweiser because they lost some money. Well, hey, that's how lessons are learned. Regular people lose money every fucking day, and we still got to go to work that day right after that. You take
yeah,
an ass kicking, you keep going. So Budweiser has been humbled. There it is. At the end of the day, as I know most companies are trying to do these days to open up their fucking eyes a little bit, is that okay? So this happened. We realize that we have a lot of people who don't support this kind of shit, and we probably need to figure that out a little bit. Like maybe we as a company, because you don't want to be like, all right, fine, we're only for like people that think a certain way. This is our audience. We're gonna go back to our audience. It's like, well, maybe your audience turned their back on you, so maybe you just need to find a way to kind of reinvent your company from here.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I mean, I didn't even, for as far as Dylan Mulvaney's concerned, way to go. Like
Yeah,
fucking
right.
awesome. I had
Yeah,
no idea who you were at all. And I found out because Budweiser made a mistake. Fucking, oh well, I don't know how much money you got, but I hope it was a good old chunk. Fuck it. You signed the paper. You want me? Sure. What am I, stupid? Here, there you go. I signed my name. Good luck.
yeah.
Don't know how it's gonna go, but this check is real. InBev. Well, look at that. It's real. Okay, I cashed it. So nice work. Wasn't scared to put themselves out there to a major corporation and have your image put all over this stuff, good or bad. You said fuck it. You had to say fuck it. Because how do you know how it's gonna go? You have no idea. Lesson learned for Budweiser, but for you, fucking cash money. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody. I mean, granted, they were saying in the story that like the Budweiser plants were getting bomb threats and shit.
Whoa.
And then to me, it's just like there's a big group of people over there that are really embarrassing themselves. Like we're all trying to like listen. If you're fucked up, like if you don't quite get like that we should be evolving and accepting and trying not to make life harder on people because it's fucking hard enough as it is. If you don't understand that and you're pushing against the grain, enjoy your Budweiser. I don't fucking get it. Like, why? Why? Just shut up and sit in the corner. Be quiet then. What the fuck are you doing?
Here's
It's
the
just
thing,
silly
it's
to
like,
me. It's like, I
yeah.
just don't get that. But
I don't know. I don't like it's like they obviously didn't think this through because
No.
I don't. It's not like I mean maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I'm kind of asking and kind of how what I'm thinking at the same time is do you think like people from that community like the trans, gay, queer community, do you think they're going to like be like, oh, Dylan's face is on on a Bud Light can now. Now we're gonna drink it. Like
No.
it's one of those things like did Budweiser like they obviously didn't think about it, but they should have been like, we should do some more marketing and kind of branch out, hire some people trying to get into that community instead of just being like, put a face on it, here we go, kind of thing. Because they obviously didn't like know that their audience is a bunch of hillbilly rednecks, bigots, homophobes. Did they not know that? It's a
Well,
cowboy.
that's the lesson that's learned, and it's not an unfortunate topic because they fucking learned something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
kind of
you found a lot out about your audience
yeah, and
by
it's
thinking that they would accept this.
yeah.
I guess you were thinking that because why would you put someone's image on a beer can? I mean, I honestly don't know the history of how many times Budweiser has put someone's image on a beer can, but I don't remember seeing that very often.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, I've never seen it, but I don't drink a lot of Bud. So I'm like, where did this? I mean, yeah, of all things, honestly, you should have just put a picture of a shotgun and some ducks falling out of the fucking sky, and you would have sold more. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's like if you didn't want to lose money and that's the company that you have and the audience that you have, you should have just put like Kid Rock's face on it. You know what I mean? should have put Kid Rock's face. Speaking of the devil, I saw a video today just scrolling, and it was like it's a video of like before all this happened, and he's like at a sporting event, Kid Rock is, and he's drinking a Light, and he's sitting next to a lady who's a comedian, I forget her name, and the camera goes on, and as a joke, they like kiss, and they're drinking Bud Light, and they're like, yeah, and then all of a sudden there's a new video of him is just him that has a machine gun, and he's just shooting cases of Bud Light and beers going everywhere. I don't know have you seen those videos of like
no,
all
I
these
haven't.
hillbillies like shooting? There's a bunch of videos of like hillbillies shooting cases of Bud Light with guns. It's kind of funny to me.
Because of this, or just coincidentally?
No, of because of this. Because they're all transphobes, and they're so they go buy a bunch of Bud Light and they take out their guns and they shoot it and film it and put it on the internet. Like you can
Okay. Well, at least Budweiser's making some of their money back. They're still buying
right.
it.
Like you could go to YouTube right now. You could turn this show off. you could type in Kid Rock.
Don't listen to him.
You could type in Kid Rock, shooting cases of Bud Light with a gun, and it would pop up. And I just think, to me, I've seen a lot of those videos, and I just think, I don't know, I think they're funny. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you do that?
I think their ignorance is showing, but I don't think they really give a shit. So have at it.
Well, of course they don't give a shit, but it's like, why would you go, all right, I hate this beer, so I'm going to go buy 4 or 5 cases. That's like 60, 70, 80 bucks or whatever, and then I'm going to shoot it. You went and bought it. You're still supporting them. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't care what you do with it.
Don't
You
tell
bought
them, Alex. Don't tell them. They don't know yet. We didn't cover that down here. Okay.
It's just really funny to me, that whole thing. I love it.
I paid attention in economic school class. I know. Okay. But I did have to point something out. You made me laugh. So there's a point in this New York Post article. I'm just going to quote this one section because it's really funny because of what you just said. I simply don't understand why they hired the person who was doing the marketing. I mean, if your target customer is Kid Rock, and then all of a sudden you decide to go RuPaul, that just doesn't make any sense at all. From a CEO from a company. So I thought it was funny that you said Kid Rock because you fucking nailed it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is that was their audience was Kid Rock's of the world, you know, Kid Rock fans, you know, that, you know, people that love to go to Walmart because just, you know, it's an experience, you know, that kind of like.
But am I wrong? I mean, I know this still doesn't matter, but it kind of, to me, it's like, am I not wrong in saying that Bud Light was bought out by InBev, who's a German company or some shit, that basically Bud White's not even an American company anymore?
I don't know. I really
Not that it matters, but I'm just kind of like, didn't they fuck up a long time ago? They just keep on fucking up. Like, no,
you know
okay,
what the worst part about it is that Bud Light isn't very good. I think that's the most offensive part.
Panther piss.
Is that it's not very good. So that's
a big fucking corporation that's losing its ass, and that's why I said it's like, oh well. I mean, nobody would give a shit if I was going down. So I think it's pretty fun. I mean, like I said, and if nothing else, these stories, they do what they're going to do anyway. I mean, this does open everyone's eyes to the situation. Every time something major like this happens and hits, you know, all the news and everything, everyone's like, oh, okay. So this is where we're at. It's like a barometer for social events, you know, and that's basically where we're at right now. It's like, okay, cool. So still haven't gotten over that hump yet. Okay, got it. And Budweiser, I guess they thought it was, I guess whoever made that decision was like, this will work. But it's like, no, I mean, no, I don't know what, I don't know. Is there a beverage that stands out to a certain group of people? Maybe
right.
like, I don't, it's like, maybe Dylan be like, maybe we should speak to someone else. Maybe not, but I'm surprised you guys are coming to me for this side. Would have thought anybody else, fucking anybody.
Yeah.
Christ,
I know,
you
right?
idiots, really? You pulled up in a monster truck. I just don't understand why you put it work for you.
You pulled up in a monster truck. Dude, that'd be awesome.
Alex would be like, okay, all right, you can give me $5 billion. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, fucking.
I'll sign.
Can I ride in it?
Can I get a big check? Can I get a big check like the golf guys? Can I get one of those? So bring in the back of the monster truck.
Your cat just scared me.
It's okay. She's on this side of the screen.
I know. Little hobbits all over the place trying to kill me. Like, so, well, that your cat is behind your tapestry, and I saw its tail like do this, and I was like,
hell yeah.
I
can see her silhouette.
Yeah.
She looked. Hello, Clarice. Spooky shit. I got a cat on my shoulder.
That's funny.
So yeah, that was what we wanted to talk about this week as far as that's concerned. And that was interesting.
You know, like it's like, yeah, two birds, one stone. It's like, I feel like everyone won. You know?
Yeah, big red, no, not big, whatever. The big corporation learned a lesson, and Dylan Mulvaney got some cash. So I'm sure it's not all kitty cats and rainbows. But I know our society's ignorant. I'm sure Dylan's probably got, hopefully not. Hopefully no one's messing with her directly. since they're threatening to blow up beer factories, I'd say, okay, that's a better way to go. Yeah, go fuck with them. Leave her. I mean, seriously, leave her alone. She was anybody who came up, a big company shows up in a monster truck and wants you, you're gonna say yes. That's just how it is. I would too. Be like, you know what, Tony, your hair's ugly as shit. We need you for a Vidal Sassoon. We're gonna build you up. We're gonna shine your forehead. We're gonna make you a millionaire. Fine, sign me up. And then a whole bunch of women stop using the product because my ugly face is now the image of the company. Fuck them. I get money. Who cares? So,
and you get to ride in a big monster truck, so that's cool.
I mean, I think you need a special license for that. But,
I like how we turned that joke into like how it actually happened that way.
Oh yeah, it's settled.
It like really happened. They showed up with a big Bud Light monster truck. They're like, "Hey, want to be on the can?" She's like, "Okay."
This little step ladder comes out of the window. Just unfold and climb on in.
Little, it's like 20 feet long. It's like it like folds out like.
It's like that ladder from the Batman movie that Joker was hanging on those rope ladders,
Yeah, exactly.
I can't help myself. All right. Yeah, that was funny. So you want to talk about music?
No. Yeah, I do, just not this one.
All right. Well, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I was pretty down in the dumps this week, but then I realized I was like, oh yeah, I had that music to listen to.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we covered Kaleo.
Yep.
A/B, right?
Right. And we are going to roast them a little bit. We've already just, if you haven't picked up on that yet. But with that being said, I think so the band, anyway, let me slow down for a second. The band, like Alex said, is Kaleo. The album that we covered is A/B. It's their biggest album. It was their first, Here We Are album, got them on the scene. Was so big that they ended up doing stadium tours opening for the Stones or something along those lines off of that album. So that's huge for them. I'm just trying to remember where they're from. I think they're Icelandic.
They're from Iceland.
Yep.
They're from Iceland. Kaleo is a Hawaiian word for the sound.
Cool.
But yeah, they're from Iceland, and you know what's funny? So this album I'm looking at right now, the first song, No Good. Forever, I've heard that song just in passing and wherever. I thought that was a Black Keys song this whole time, and then I listened to this album. I'm like, what? Am I listening to the Black Keys? And I looked at it, I'm like, no, I'm listening to Kaleo. Huh? They do this song. Black Keys. I thought it was a Black Keys song just because it sounds like that to me. So
I mistook them for the Black Keys a bunch. They sound like them. They sound all right. So my thing is like this is radio music, and they have like 3 million fucking followers. Basically, their producer, whatever, they figured out how to make a shitload of money. That's what this is. This is a money band. Yeah, these guys are going to be around. They're going to be like a record company grabbed them as like, you are going to be our cash cow. We're going to overproduce the shit out of this. We're going to make you sound like anything that's cool and popular right now. And you're going to make a fuck ton of money. Understood? Understood. That's it. And every time I hear one of the songs, I'm just like, I feel like I'm in a restaurant that I don't want to be in. I'm just like, God damn it. Like, and it's not their fault. It's not. They're overproduced and pushed down our throats, just like so much shit from the 80s, 90s, when the radio stations really just, But the thing is like they sound like a lot of other bands to me.
Yeah.
And when you sound like a lot of other bands, you don't sound like yourself. So it's like, I don't know what you're doing, but you sound really popular, really trendy. I think most of you probably have at least a drinking problem because you can't be happy doing this shit. But maybe you are. Maybe I'm fucking wrong and I'm an asshole who likes things that aren't overproduced and sold by the millions. Maybe that's what I've turned into. But to me, it's like the first song, I'm like, all right, okay, yeah. If I was in a pickup truck with some girl that I really wanted to sleep with and we had to go back to her country farm to figure it out, I would let her play this music in the car while we did that.
Right.
That's about as far as I would go with it. Beyond that, I don't want to hear it. And then against it, I get it. It just reminds me, it reminds me of God damn it, what's that? They played them all the time. I can just name me some 2000s bands that were played on the radio way too much. Nickelback, Nickelback. They remind me of Nickelback. Just not that I hate the band. It's just the music is too much, overproduced,
Yeah.
redundant.
Yeah. It's well, that's what they are. They're like a modern indie, like it sounds like they're trying to fit in with like music like the Black Keys or Arctic Monkeys or
They sound
that
just
style.
like them. It's crazy.
It's just and it sucks because it's like I've half these songs I've heard before, never heard the band though.
Right. I've never listened to any of this on purpose, but I know half the music because
Yeah,
it's just coming out of speakers all around the world. It's in
like
commercials and shit.
yeah, like the second song, Way Down We Go, like you know how many
Way
movies
down we go. I
whoa,
heard it on
whoa,
TV all the
like
time.
every serious show that's like that's out there on Netflix now that's like each episode's an hour and a half long, like Ozarks. It's probably an Ozark, I don't fucking know, like I
In
just
the
like
water.
yeah, I hear that song and then I think of like a scene in like one of those shows where a character dies and they all love the character and they're lowering them into the grave really slow. Whoa, whoa. And then like they get down into the grave and that music's playing, they're throwing dirt on their face and the camera's going like shooting like down onto
Way
like
down we go. All right,
we
I just
go.
want to sing it while you talk.
Yeah,
We
and then there's
go,
fucking
go,
dirt being
go,
thrown on their face, and the camera's like getting closer and closer to their face. Wait down, we go.
go, go,
Like
go.
dirt on their face, and they're like, they're dead. And that's just what I think of when I hear
But
that.
that's what it is. That's what this week. CSI, Lower Alabama, way down. Like, no, shut up.
No, shut up, shut up.
Ah! I've always not enjoyed just music that gets shoved down your throat, even if it's like it's been done to the Beatles, to Zeppelin, it's been done to Floyd, it's been done to everybody. And when you
But,
hear Money by Pink Floyd, you're like, ah, shit. Sometimes, it depends. If you're
right,
high,
but
maybe not. But still, overproduced.
here's the thing: is those bands, random bands you just named, they had heart. Like, sure, they were overproduced, they were very popular, but they all had heart in the music. There, you could tell there's no heart in this. There's no, it's just they play it, give me the money,
That's why I said they all got to have a drinking problem at least, because they can't be happy doing this shit.
right?
But maybe I'm wrong. What do I know? I ain't shit. Okay, so don't think I'm anybody because I'm not. But I
Hey,
know that it just doesn't fit. Like to me, it's just I feel like someone else wrote this and like here, this is your next hit.
yeah,
Like, all right, cool, but can we go to lunch at noon? They're like,
yeah,
yeah, fine, fine. Noon is okay. But you got to come back at 1. All right, fine, fine. I just feel like it's a job. It's like, you're Icelandic? You're an Icelandic rock band? You sound like somebody down at the bar singing on a fucking guitar anywhere in America. Like just in some hillbilly bar. What it sounds like to me, it just sounds like this, it sounds like that, it sounds like that. I'm just like, all right, cool, man. Have fun. Maybe one day y'all will break up and get into bands you really enjoy. I don't think it's
yeah.
it's just I don't even think you listen to the radio anymore when your shit's on there that much. You know? You'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to hear it. Fuck, I don't want to work. I don't want to work there anymore." You're like, "Oh, I want to quit."
It just seems like I bet so it has like the band, there's no pictures of the band, but I couldn't find any, but there's
They
pictures
don't want you to know who they are.
yeah, there's pictures of the guy, who's the singer, it looks like. And I just don't know, like I feel like maybe he started out, and I'm making all this up, but maybe he started out being like, I have a real love for music. I have love for the music I'm playing. And you got a bunch of money, open for the Stones and all that, and then you get the you know, kiss a few babies, sign some boobs, that sort of thing, and then start getting a big bag of Coke and drinking bottles of vodka every day, and you lose your soul, and your shit just sounds like this. Like it just get a bunch
Like
of
you fell into a corporate gig, which I know all about that, but that's
yeah.
exactly what this music reminds me of. It's just like, okay, cool,
And
man.
and here's the thing. If you listen to this and you put it on you like it, that's cool. But this sucks.
I think I would like it more if the band liked it more.
Yeah.
Honest, like you said, it's heart. And I just don't, I've seriously, I picture this guy's kind of singing these lyrics written off a piece of paper while also scrolling through Facebook. Way
Yeah.
down we go. Go. Is that good?
Well,
Can I do it? I'll do it again. All right, hang on. Cat videos. I love cat videos. Oh my God, America's great. Way down. No, is that good? Okay, all right. 5 o'clock. Gotta go home. I escalates here to pick me up. I gotta go.
yeah.
Gotta. All right, my 12-year-old's playing drums. She's got to go home too. We gotta go. All right, I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I'm not here to like pick on people, but I just don't dig it, and I don't like. I fucking hate something that gets played so much, and the corporation's like, yes, play it more. And you're
Yeah.
like, no, stop. Do you guys not listen to the radio? Because this shit's on there every 5 seconds. Just like radio stations still play, like you'll call them in if you're like a knucklehead and you're like, hi, I want to hear Kaleo. And they're like, oh, we just played that 30 minutes ago, but just hang out. We're going to play it another 30 minutes. It's like, what? You're going to play this every hour? Like, well, yeah, we have to. Like, what? That's real. I actually called a radio station, not for that song, but I called a radio station. They're like, oh, we're going to play it again. We play it every hour. I'm like, ew, fuck, never mind. I changed. I was like, I don't want to hear this station anymore. It's like when you buy the CD and that's the one song you don't listen to because it's
Yeah.
just like fucking skip that. Heard it 1,000 times. Didn't want to.
Do you know what this music is to me?
Oh no. What?
This is like the frozen pizza of music to me, because it's like
Red Baron, baby.
it resembles something that could be good, like rock and roll has a soul and blues kind of feel to it. It could be good, but all the real ingredients are not there. It's all processed, and don't get me wrong, frozen pizza plays a significant big part in my life, and don't get me wrong, but there's better pizza out there with better ingredients, fresher.
So much better pizza.
Real people are making it, not like a big machine, just pumping them out like little frozen frisbees, like, and that's what this is to me. It's just not, it'll do for if you're trying to make, a serious scene in a movie or a show, that song, Way Down We Go, put it in there, it'll make everyone feel like, ooh, wow. But then when you try to listen to it as a song and not just background music and actually try to get into it, you're like, this isn't very good. I think that's what, like,
that's actually really solid fucking. I just like how you put that, because what I don't want to sit here and do is like a couple of fucking assholes just digging on music, because we like music, but we have to differentiate between the shit that we like and we give a reason for the stuff that isn't that great. And I think that's, we can just tell. We listen to a shitload of music. That's what we do. So we can tell when something's processed. You're just like, no, they didn't even enjoy doing that. I'm not going to enjoy listening to it. And the corporations are like, yeah, we know. That's what we do. We have to do this. We psychologically play this fucking music all the time, so you can't ignore it. So it becomes popular. It's an actual brain exercise. We stole scientists and figured this shit out in the 40s. We've been fucking with your head. We know. We programmed you to recognize this song, and it's all over. It's in commercials. It's in anything that makes us money. So yeah, you recognize it. And we need a big trendy band to put in front of the fucking Stones, because if we don't, then who's going to go see who's going to replace the Stones? We've got nothing. You're right, they don't. They really don't have a whole lot of big ass music, like not rock, coming up. It's not happening. It's not supported like it was. So you're right. You got to find a big business way to keep your ass in the rock game and keep your shit in the arenas. That's fine, but I'm not fucking going. Poor Coldplay. I always feel sorry for those guys because they remind me of the same thing. Yellow and A Rush of Blood to the Head were two, in my opinion, were albums that they seem to enjoy writing. After that, I don't even think they know they're in the band anymore. I think they're so fucking, they're just like, I don't know. My kid's named I named my kid after a fruit. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like, okay,
what?
Yeah, Fiona, their kid, the lead singer of Coldplay, his kid's name is Apple.
Oh.
They were gonna have more kids. They would have had oranges and pineapples, but they stopped. My point to all that ramble is that there's a lot of big ass bands out there I don't think are having a lot of fun, and I'm not gonna support it. If you're not having fun, fuck off. What are you doing? Go do something else. Write music you enjoy. Damn it. We need good art, not corporate horse shit.
Yeah, and if you're listening to us, kind of say how we feel about this album and this band, and you like the music like this, and you want to suggest music, please still do. Like, even if you think we're not gonna like it, it's fine. Like, that's what this show's about. Like, so thank you to who suggested this. Like, seriously, like it's like I'm not mad that someone suggested it. I'm
No,
mad
I
at
want.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm mad someone suggested the Goo Goo Dolls. But
I have a lot to do with that.
oh, I know. I fucking know. But what I'm trying to say is, like, we just happen to not like it, but
But
keep
we
them
want
coming.
that.
Keep them coming.
We don't want it all the time. But the Howards, anyone who knows who's gonna make a recommendation what we're gonna like and not like.
Yeah,
So
like throw it out there, like, it could be whatever. So thank you, sincerely thank you, whoever suggested this. But with that being said, 1 out of 10, Tony.
damn.
1 out of 10.
I like the way you put that together, man. He's like, really, seriously, glad you recommended it. Keep recommending stuff, but 1 out of 10.
And I'm gonna to you first.
No, I mean,
1 out of 10 for me. 4. I'll give it a 4.
oh, I thought you called it a 1 out of 10. Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. My
No, I
apologies.
was asking you 1 out of 10. What is your 1 out of 10?
Oh, well, give me a second because I thought you just gave it a 1.
No. I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 because there is one good thing about it, is that song "Way Down We Go." It's fun to make fun of, so I like that.
That's fair. I'm not. I mean, a 5.
Give it a
Because
5.
just because I understand.
Mhm.
I do get it. I understand that song or other songs on the album may have a spot for somebody, and that for them it may. I don't like. I know there's crappy songs out there that remind people of a fucking breakup or remind them of something that they've been through. And granted, the song is shit, but it just happens to remind you of a great time or a hard time. So if some of these songs do that for you, I respect that. I truly do. There's a couple of Nickelback songs that I'm sorry to say have spots in my memory of events that have happened. And when I hear them, it does take me there and they don't necessarily piss me off. But I have burned any Nickelback shit that I own. Just kidding. I just don't listen to it anymore. But I do get it. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's not for me, but it's definitely for some other people. A lot of us are not heavy music nerds. We talk about shit that a lot of people who watch this show have never fucking heard of. That means that we've gone way down to get into the shit that is not heavily produced.
Yeah.
And I think Alex would agree with me in saying that the frustrating thing about music companies that produce the shit out of a band is that they don't give a fuck about the art. They don't give a fuck about the sound. They're just looking for something in that band that they can sell. And for the band, how can they say no? Because money talks, and who the fuck wants a day job? So I do get that. But there's so many cool fucking bands out there that are living out of Sprinter vans that really are awesome.
Yeah.
That are not getting the attention that they fucking need and deserve to be on a stage in maybe 10 years with the likes of the Rolling Stones or whoever's kings of rock or whatever it may be. But when you put something up there, most of us can smell the bullshit. And that's why it's a 5, because I can also smell the bullshit. There it is.
I gave him a 4 because that song is fun for me to make fun of. So if that song wasn't there, it would have been lower. I'm just gonna be honest.
So it's a good song.
Yeah, I mean,
it helps the album.
In a way. Well, yeah, that song is like watching blooper videos of people falling down. Like, that sucks for them that they skin their knees and but I like watching it because it's funny.
Oh shit. Maybe is it just that It's like, does something happen to a music lover eventually where they're like, they just get tired of overprocessed music?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I've gotten tired. When I was younger, I liked the Chili Peppers. I didn't know a lot of other music. I knew what was on MTV. Whatever MTV shoved down my throat, that's what I bought. That's what I listened to. Um, but then I started to go off on my own and seriously, dig deeper and get past those bands. And then I was like, whoa, what's this? Or what's that? Or fuck a genre. That just sounds good. I figured that out staying away from MTV, staying away from radio stations, just going to live shows, listening to soundtracks, picking up shit from the fucking internet, snowboarding videos, things that other artists have recommended. That's where I found the music that I like. I just get tired of corporate America being like, eat this.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. It's like,
Mm.
but, like, no, I don't want it. And and that's just like Budweiser's like, we lost $5 billion. Like, yeah, because you're a fucking idiot. You tried to make them eat something they didn't want to eat. You fucking moron.
I think I like it though.
Aha.
There's a big corporation vibe to this episode.
Kind of happened. Yeah, I'm just tying it all together here at the end with a big old fucking bow tie. But that's what it's kind of. That's why to me it's kind of funny. I know if I hope no one loses their job at Budweiser or whatever, unless you want to lose your job. But at the end of the day, shit happens to all of us, big companies and little people all alike. So lessons were learned,
Yeah.
And now when the record company who supports Kaleo, the one who's pushed all this shit down her throat, gets this episode, which they will. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to them.
Yeah, they'll definitely
They're gonna love it.
gonna love it.
But no, it's fun making fun of big corporations. It's fun once in a while just to poke the bear. Why not?
Yeah.
Way down, way down.
Anyway,
That was a review of Kaleo A/B.
It was a little everywhere, but we did it. We did it. We made it.
Hey, Alex does a good job of trying to wrangle old Tony G here. It's like wrestling a fucking python on methamphetamines. I understand. And I'm sober. Like when I'm doped up, it's like, Tony's okay today. But like, oh. He's licking his pillowcase on television. It's weird.
I mean, yeah, yeah. See?
Dude, it's amazing I have a job and a safe place to live. I just can't fucking believe it.
It's funny. It's like you did it again by trying to describe how you do it.
No, it's really fucking crazy. Yeah. I don't care. I gave up years ago. Well, good news is we get to pick another band, and everything else on our list is well, I mean, especially the Goo Goo Dolls. We're just super excited for what's next. So, Alex is ready to get his wheel out, and I'm ready to tell you what's on it.
Time to whip it out.
Whip it good.
Oop. Hello.
Way down.
All right. Here we are. It's the wheel.
Number 1, we have Big Lebowski, the movie.
The movie.
Number 2, we have Ice Cube's album, Predator. Number 3 is Alex's spot. Number 4 is Aretha Franklin with Amazing Grace. Number 5, we've switched it up, and we're going with the band Mudhoney and their brand spanking new album, Plastic Eternity. We haven't heard it yet. Thought it'd be fun to do something like that. So that's in number 5. Number 6 is the Goo Goo Dolls with Chaos and Bloom. Number 7 is my spot. Number 8 is Against Me with Searching for a Form of Clarity. Number 9 is Louis C.K.'s stand-up special, Sorry. And in number 10, we have David Bowie with Black Star.
Cool. All right. No Goo Goo Doll.
See how the universe works. Wait, is that 6 or 7? Is that me? Oh, it's T.
No, it's 6. I moved it.
Oh!
Is that Goo Goo Dolls? Is that what it is? Is it?
Yeah. You asked for it. You fucking asked for it.
I quit. I'm not doing this anymore.
Don't quit. Don't do it.
Fine, no, fuck it.
You heard him, folks. This is the funnest part of the show when Karma just steps right in and puts a boot right up Alex's ass. That was great.
Fuck. No, let's do it. I love Goo Goo Dolls. It's a great name. Fun to say. Goo 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 Dolls. Love it. Listen to it. Can't wait.
This actually is like a huge album, so we'll see if this, we'll see. We'll see how we feel about this one. So I would encourage all of you, especially after the glowing review we gave Kaleo this week, that you tune in next week to see what we have to say about the Goo Goo Dolls and their famous album from the 90s, Chaos in Bloom. Should be a hoot since we've both listened to that album this many times.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you would like to suggest any music or a movie, please go to YouTube in the most recent episode of our on our channel. Go to the comment section and leave your suggestion, or you could go to Instagram, Titfoo69, direct message us, and we'll throw it on the wheel and say things about it. That'll be great.
We will. We look forward to it. So please throw us down some suggestions. And that's it. Have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. And if you have something cool to say, throw it in our little chat in YouTube or Instagram. We don't give a shit. We like things to talk about. You got a topic? Throw it our way. Maybe we'll talk about it. Either way, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next episode. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.